everybody, God bless you all today. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the program My Testimony. I'm Pastor Grace Donald, and today on my testimony I'm just going to continue from where we stopped the last time. For those of you that have been following me, I talked about coping with pregnancy in the absence of my husband, and then today I'm going to continue from there and tell you how my trip to the Spanish embassy for my documents went. Hallelujah. So I traveled 3 times from Abuja to Lagos. The first time was majorly for inquiries and to submit my application form, and the second time was to work on the legalization process. You understand? Submit the legalized documents from the Foreign Affairs Department to the Spanish embassy for another level of legalization. The first time I went to Lagos, I was just 4 months old. I mean, my pregnancy was 4 months old then. You know, it was still not very obvious, but if you look closely, you will know that something is going on there. You understand? My trip was safe, thank God. I went by land, through bus, and I had friends in Lagos to stay with. So before I traveled, I made up my mind to call one of them. I won't be lodging in a hotel when I have friends that are like sisters to me, you know. Ellen was one of them. Blessing was there also. I called Ellen, and Ellen was very happy that I was coming to Lagos. I told her because she knew about the whole thing, that I was going to come for my to process my document to join my husband. So she was very happy. She said, "Come, no problem." And when I came, she came to pick me from the junction to our road where I stopped. And when she looked at me, she wasn't so sure what was going on. So I told her, yes, that this is it, I'm pregnant. She said, "Ow!" Because she didn't even know my husband sneaked in during the Christmas period, the last Christmas. So I told her everything, and she was so very happy for me. She was so very happy. Ellen is a friend from my service year. We served together in Osun State 2008 to 2009. And that was where we got to know in NCCF. We served together. She's a wonderful sister now. She's a friend that is now a family to me. She got married to another of her friends that we served together, Victor, and they're doing great, and they are family. So they accommodated me all through my going to Lagos for the processing of my documents. So that first time I spent like a week with them, and when I saw that I needed to go back, I had to go back. And then school was about to resume also, so I went back to work. And I traveled the second time around June or so. And I think that second time, that was when I threw up in the car. Yes, I had so much nausea, I couldn't hold it. And then it was because of what I ate also along the way. I think I ate akara, bean cake, and fried yam or so. So there was no pepper at all. So it really troubled me. And for the first time, I threw up. Oh, it was such an horrible situation. But thank God for the point. The bus driver had to stop for me, you know, wash with water, rinse everything. Then the man in the bus introduced this bitter cola to me, and that was how I knew that bitter cola could help with nausea. So I kept the bitter cola in my mouth. I don't really like bitter cola, but you know, when this going is tough, the tough has to get going. So I kept the bitter cola in my mouth and just, you know, rolling it there, biting it into it a little, you know, to keep up. And it really helped me. So I was able to sail through that journey and get to Lagos safely. So I ended up not eating any of that thing for fear of throwing up, because it was my first time of throwing up in my pregnancy. And it was really the car, because even when I'm not pregnant and I travel with bus or car, I feel nausea because of the diesel, the fuel, the heat, the suffocation. I feel a lot of nausea. So it wasn't too strange. So we overcame that, and I got to Lagos the second time. I think that was in May or June. I went to the embassy. Oh, visiting the Spanish embassy in Lagos, Spanish consulate in Lagos, was not an easy thing. The people at the counter, they didn't make anything easy for anyone. They were so frustrating. People left there crying. Even there were days I left there crying, because you would just go today and they will not tell you everything completely. They will tell you to come back the next day, and you go the next day, you see the need to go back the third day. Oh my God, you just keep going and going and going. And then they don't mind, they'll say come next week, as if you stay close to them. They don't care whether you're coming all the way from wherever states you're coming from in the country. They just throw things at you anyhow. They made people cry there, and they made me cry at a point too. But then I encouraged myself in the Lord and told myself that God is in this and it's going to work. You understand? And Ellen and Victor, they were very encouraging. Oh, Victor was very encouraging. Early in the morning, he would go and drop me at the embassy. You know, you have to be at that consulate so early in the morning. So as he's going to work early in the morning, he will take me, we'll leave there, say around 6, and he will drive me there, drop me at the front of the place. So I won't have to stress myself. You know how bus situation is in Lagos. And you know that's one of the reasons I didn't like staying in Lagos, because I know I can't cope with the bus, jumping from one bus to the other, considering the fact that whenever I'm in the bus, I feel nausea and all that. And then with my pregnancy condition, it wouldn't have been an easy thing if I had to take transportation from here and there. But thank God for Victor, it was very helpful. So early that morning, he will take me to the embassy before you go to the office. And then when I'm coming back, I'll just find my way back. That was easier, you understand? And thank God for God. God was just faithful. On the third visit, which was in July, that was towards the end of the school session where I was teaching. The third time I traveled to Lagos was in July, and it was towards the end of the school session. Thank God at that time that I had that appointment. I already finished my examinations. I already marked my script and recorded into the booklet, the result booklet. I just only submitted it for the principal to give his final signature, you understand? So I had done everything that I needed to do in the school. So traveling, I was able to get permission to travel. Though normally during the graduation service or end of year party, I normally organize drama, you know, teach the children drama, teach them French songs for presentation during the graduation. But as it were, I still taught them, but I couldn't stay to see them through it because I had to go and answer to my appointment. So I left few days to the closure of the school and traveled to Lagos. And yes, I was with Ellen and her family again, and they saw me through. I didn't have to pay for accommodation. Even feeding, I didn't have to pay. Ellen took good care of me the way a mother would take care of her pregnant daughter. Ellen was like a mother, and she took good care of me. She was everywhere for me. She was just awesome. God bless you, my darling sister Ellen, and her husband Victor. God bless you both. So that third visit, when I was leaving Abuja, I told myself that I'm not coming back to this Abuja. This trip is going to give me my document, and I'm going to join my husband from here. So as I was leaving Abuja, I closed my house, gave out my electronics, gave out my clothes, took a few that I will need with me, gave out everything that I had, my utensils, everything. I gave everything out, and I closed my house. Yes, I closed it in faith that I'm not coming back to that house, and I'm joining my husband from there. I said, if the worst come to the worst, I will stay in that Lagos and process everything. Even if it means renting an apartment there, I'll stay there. But I'm not coming back to Abuja. I must finish my document, and I must join my husband, because this time around, my pregnancy was 7 months old, and I told God that I want to give birth, you know, in Spain with where my husband will be available, you understand? And I said, this child cannot be giving birth to here in Nigeria. So I was determined. You know, when they say when you're praying for rain, and you're using faith, you don't take an umbrella with you. You know, say in case it rains, you know, in case you pack up everything at the site. So that faith was stirred up in me, and that was how I got up and went for that journey. I cleared everything. Oof, awesome God. But as I got there July, oh, the embassy again, the people at the counter again, our Nigeria people at the counter, not the white people, our Nigeria people at the counter. Very frustrating. They will ask for this today, ask for that tomorrow, push you here, push you there, as if it's their own country and they don't want you to enter. Oh, those people, I swear. At the point, I even had encountered some other pregnant women there that also came for reagrupation. I met one whose pregnancy was still much younger than mine. They gave her a document, and she was so excited. Oh, she's going to join her husband before she gave birth and all that. And then she looked at me and said, oh, just pray that God will help you. I said, God will help me. There's no way they won't give me this document. They'll give it to me, because she saw my pregnancy very big. As at now, my pregnancy was really large. When I was in Abuja, I registered with a private hospital, Gaki to be specific. It's a big hospital, and I received all the antenatal treatment that I should get. Yes. But when I got to Lagos, I couldn't register, because my movement was not sure. Everything was just, like this, like that. So I didn't know what to do. I couldn't go and register in an hospital, but I just had my normal nutrition drugs that I was taking for pregnancy, and that was it. So when I saw that I couldn't register, because where will I go and register, and how long am I going to stay? And I don't want to give birth here, so why should I be, taking moves as if I want to give birth there or stay there forever? You understand? So it wasn't. Oh my God! I just thank God for everything. I didn't register. I wasn't taking any antenatal. I wasn't going for any antenatal checkup. I was just there. Not even the second semester, second trimester scan. I've not done anyone. I was just there. It was just me and my God. And then Sister Ellen that was helping me with her experience, because she had 2 children as at then. So I made up my mind. I said, since I can't go for it, I can't see any doctor or go for any doctor's treatment, but at least I can buy my drugs from the pharmacy, and all that. So I was following Ellen to church. They attended Redeemed Church, and I looked at, I think one of the days I was going that, I saw Living Faith House Fellowship banner somewhere. So I think I got to ask questions. I saw the signboard or something. I can't remember what I saw. Yes, it was the signboard. So I decided to trace it for the evening service. On Sunday, I'll go with Ellen to their Redeemed Church, and on Wednesday for the communion service, I traced the Living Faith Church that was nearby at that area. I was able to find it, thank God, with Okada motorbike. So I traced it. I got there and I told God, now I'm not seeing any doctor. Nobody's checking me with this pregnancy. Nobody's telling me what I'm supposed to do. It's my first pregnancy. I don't even know what to do and all that. But whatever that I need, that I lack, that is needed for this child, let this communion take over it. Let this communion, through this communion, Lord, be the doctor that I'm no more seeing now to me and to this child. And that was it. So every Wednesday I'll go there, I'll take the communion and pray for my pregnancy, for my safe delivery, and for my document to come out for me to join my husband before my delivery. It was an awesome experience, and I thank God. God is faithful. God is faithful. I kept doing that, and the delay was much. Throughout that July, I was in Lagos, nothing. August, the Spanish what's his name, ambassador that I met in the first visit called my husband. Yeah, called my husband. And I think he even came down one of the day. Yeah, he came down one day to see me when I visited. He told my husband that he will be going on holiday for August, because August is their normal holiday period, and that whatever that we need to do, he doesn't know what's delaying me at the counter, but obviously I've not been able to settle everything at the counter. That he doesn't have any problem. He just wants me to clear everything at the counter, and then I'll have my visa. That whatever is going on, we should just try and hasten it up, so that if he cannot give me the visa before he goes for vacation, whoever is going to take over from him, he will give the person instruction. And as soon as everything is set, the person should give my visa. You understand? Okay, that was good one. We're happy about that. That if anything happens and I don't get through before he comes back for vacation, as soon as he returns from vacation, he assures me that I'll get my visa. Amen. You understand? And all through August, just from here to there, get this, get that, bring this. But you didn't say that yesterday. Oh, you should have known. Okay, go and bring it today. Are you sure I did not tell you? Okay, go and bring. Oh my God. Terrible. But thank God, by August, we're able to put everything together and submit finally. Everything, all the paperwork, everything done, all the legalization, everything done. Submit finally. When I submitted, my husband wrote him on WhatsApp that everything has been submitted. I said, don't worry. I submitted. He came back from holiday actually all through August. Nothing worked. Ellie was not scared. My pregnancy was 8 months. Ellie was scared. What if I give birth there? Even Victor was scared. Everybody was worried for me. What if I give birth there? How are they going to cope? How am I going to cope? You know, everybody was scared for me. My pregnancy was long. Oh my God, big, long. And then when I was finally able to submit everything, the ambassador came back from the holiday early September. I think it took the whole of August. It came back early September. I think I submitted on the 1st of September. On the 2nd of September, he called me to say your visa is ready. That fast. It was that fast. I submitted like a day. The next day called to say your visa is ready. And God, in short, he even called my husband. My husband called me to say, he said, your visa is ready. I said, yes. They told me also, they've called me. I have to go there the next day to get my visa. My husband started arranging for tickets immediately. Because if the visa is out, what are we waiting for? Time to move. Sharp, sharp, sharp before it's too late. Because I can give birth any time now. So my husband arranged for visa. And the money even came. It was God. It was just God. He didn't have it readily because we had spent so much processing this, repeating that, repeating this. You know, papers upon papers, document upon document. Oh my God. It's posting from here to there, right, translating to Spanish, sending it back. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. If I think about all this again, I can't help but to say thank you, Jesus. And then my husband got money from anywhere, everywhere, borrowed, take from there, take, and then bought my ticket. My ticket was so expensive because of the, you know, the shortness of the time. And then my husband did not want to buy any tickets that I will buy a ticket from any airline that I will have to transit in any African country like Morocco or Turkey. My husband bought is it Lufthansa? Lufthansa, the one that I will have to transit at Germany. So I'll transit at Germany, and then from there I will not come back. I will not come straight to Barcelona. So it was very high. The price was high. And as I was collecting on the 3rd, when I went to the embassy to collect my, the Spanish consulate to collect my visa, the Spanish ambassador came down again to see me. He said to me, you know, every time people see him with me, they are like, you have connection here. Help us, help us, help us. How will I help you? I don't even know how I'm relating with this man. I never knew it was just God, you know. People will be looking at me with one big eye. This man have connection. No? It was just God. God was my connection. So he came down that day as they were giving my visa. He told them that he wanted to see me. And he came. As I collected it, he looked at me. He said, oh, your pregnancy is so heavy now. He said, they may not allow you to fly because it's so heavy. He said, but don't worry. If they don't allow you to fly, they may not allow you to fly. They don't allow you to fly. Don't worry. After giving birth, come back. I will give you and the baby visa to go and join your husband. I rejected it straight away in my mind. I said, no way. I must fly. They will allow me to fly. I'm not coming back for visa for me and my daughter or my child. I can't afford to go through this stress a second time. No. No. With my pregnancy, I went through this stress. I won't go through it a second time. So I rejected it straight away. No matter how big or how long my pregnancy is, they will allow me to fly. And so it was. Collected my visa on the 3rd. We're celebrating. Oh, myself, Ellie, Victor, my husband, we're celebrating. Because my husband, there was no time since my marriage. There was no time that we didn't talk every evening. Every evening before we sleep, we must talk and we must pray together. That was our normal routine. So it's normal. So we must hear from each other at least every night. Talk on the phone during the day. But that night before we sleep, we'll talk. We'll talk like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes before we fall asleep. We'll pray and everything. It was a routine, so we're always in touch. We never missed that communication. And so that evening was awesome. My husband said, your ticket is ready. He sent everything that I needed, you know. And the flight was for 4th, the 9th of 4th of September, 2016. So I packed everything. Everything was set. Victor was ready to take me to the airport. And so we went to the airport. As we were going to the airport, we were praying. Oh God, we were praying. Father, I must fly this flight. I must take this flight. I must take this flight. Ellie went to make clothes for me that would, you know, disguise the pregnancy. As much as we made clothes, it was already too big. There was no disguising. It was so obvious. But as God will have it, as I just got there to the queue checking in, they just called me, "Madam, bring your load." I brought my load, checked it, and they checked it in. Ellie and Victor were waiting. They checked you in. There is hope. Let's wait outside in case. In case of anything, let's wait outside, but there is hope. So long as your bag has entered, you must enter. Amen. And so when it was time to go in, I told them goodbye and went in with my hand luggage. As I was coming, I was praying in my mind. I was praying, Father. I was praying. As I was coming, people were already lining up for the. People were already, queuing up. And as I went to the queue to stand, one of the officials just came to meet me and said, "Madam, you're pregnant." In my mind, what's next? He said, no, you can't stand on the queue. Come and sit down. Just went to where he was sitting before, where he got up front to talk to me. He said, "Don't stay on the line. Come and sit down. This is nice. They are pampering me already. It means there's hope." So I sat there. I said, when it's time to check in, when they start checking people in, you don't need to enter the queue. Just go straight to the front and check in first. Wow. They are giving pregnant women preference. Wow. Pregnant women preference. So I'm not the only pregnant woman on this flight. That's what it means. And really, when it was time, he just signaled me and I went straight to the front. They took my passport and they checked me in straight. Oh my God. Only for me to enter and see that there were other pregnant women. So my confidence came back. Now I'm about entering the plane. I must definitely enter this plane. And I got talking with some of the pregnant women while we were sitting and waiting for the rest of them to check in. And that was when they now told me that, yes, that this particular airline is one of those that don't reject pregnant women. And we didn't know when we were buying that. My husband did not know when he was buying that. He just bought it based on me not translating in Africa, so that if whatever happens in the flight, I give birth, I will not give birth in Africa. At least I will give birth in a European country, and then him coming to pick me from there it will be easy, you understand? And then it will also make my daughter not to have European document and all that. Oh my God, God is awesome. So he just bought it not knowing all this. And they said, so many of them said, there was a particular airline that used to allow pregnancy, that she normally travels when her pregnancy is close to delivering to give birth, in Europe, and then return back to Nigeria. That there's a particular airline she normally takes, but that airline this period had some issues and didn't work. So that was the airline she booked. So they transferred her to this one, knowing fully well that this one is also the type that is pregnancy friendly. When I just heard that, I just relaxed. I didn't mind again. I called Ellie and Victor. I said, "You should go home. I'm one step close to the plane, and I've seen my fellow pregnant." I told them the kind of treatment I was giving, the special treatment I was giving as a pregnant woman. They were celebrating. It's for sure that you're really going to travel. You're really going to join your husband now. It's not stopping me now. And that was it. There was no stopping me. When it was time to enter the flight, they called us, pregnant women first. We entered. "Do you know your seat? Can you look at your seat?" They were pampering us all the way. And that was how I sat down. Took my flight that night and landed in Germany, Frankfurt. When I got to Frankfurt, I missed the time difference between Nigeria and Europe. I didn't realize that there was a 1 hour difference, and that affected my flight to Barcelona. Before I got there, before I could gallivant with all the heavy steps that I was taking, with my heaviness, with me, the heaviness of my pregnancy, and therefore sitting so long in the plane for the first time in my pregnancy, my leg started swelling up. But thank God. So, but before I could walk there, the flight had gone. That was going to bring me to Barcelona, and I was, what is going on? So I went to the counter to complain to them what happened, and they said, they now explained the time difference. I was still looking at my time with Nigeria time, and they said, no, you are 1 hour late. This is not the time. This is Nigeria time. But not, don't worry. Was there anything you're going to do in Brussels? Because the Frankfurt plane was supposed to take me to Brussels first, and then from there we'll take another one before it to come to pick some passengers and then come to Barcelona. So was there something you're going to do in Brussels? I said no. Good. If you're not doing anything in Brussels, it's better you just take a straight flight to Barcelona. Would you mind taking a straight flight to Barcelona? He said it means that you arrive earlier than you're supposed to. like 1 hour before before the time you're supposed to arrive. I said, that's a beautiful one, because at least that will save my stress of sitting so long in the flight. Thank you so much. That's a good one. At least that disappointment has favored me. And so that was how I got a direct flight from Frankfurt straight to Barcelona. My husband was at work. I had to let him know quickly of the change, about the change of plans, because I had credited my phone to call. He loaded my phone in case of any emergency call. I was able to call, even though it was Nigerian number, call him to say the time has changed. I'm not coming earlier than was proposed. So he was happy. So he had to take permission from work and come and wait for me at the airport. And when I finally saw my husband at the airport, this was a dream come true. It was awesome. I just give God all the praise. And so that was how I landed in Barcelona, Spain, with my husband. God is faithful. God is faithful. So you have finally heard how I joined my husband. I want you to know, if you are going through the same situation with me, the God that did it for me will do it for you. It doesn't matter how long you have been waiting. Just listen to what he's telling you to do. Be sensitive to him. Obey him. And he will come through for you like he came through for me. So till I see you again next Thursday on the program, my testimony. Keep working diligently and obediently with God, and keep having awesome testimonies in your walk with God. Bye.